Hello everybody and welcome to another Minecraft video brought to you by Rob's Mind, and today we are going to be building this super cool 3x3 piston door right here. We're going to have it hooked up with a button on each side, hooked all into a T flip-flop, so no need for an ugly lever here. It opens something like that, real cool, pretty quick, and then it closes something like that. It's a pretty compact design. If I fly around it here real quick, I think all the redstone in it is pretty smart. So let's go and take a look at what we are going to need to build it. To start off, we are going to need 11 sticky pistons, 28 redstone dust, 9 redstone repeaters, 5 redstone torches, 5 observers, 1 block of redstone, 1 half slab. Just bring a stack of circuit blocks, 3 droppers, 1 hopper, 1 comparator, and then your decorative blocks. Alright, so here's what we're going to need to do to build it. Place a block, piece of redstone on top of that, and a torch on this face of the block. Go ahead and put an observer there, and 2 sticky pistons stacked on top of that. That'll be our double piston extender, the start of it. Next, we are going to place a block here, go a block up, then a block up this way towards our pistons, then 1 more block up, and that will be where your other sticky piston goes. Torch on top of that, torch on this face of that, and a torch underneath that block. Redstone repeater, set that to 4 ticks, that is important. Then we are going to put 2 blocks right here, a block up on that piston, piece of redstone right here, and a repeater set to its default delay. After that, we're going to put a observer block on top of this torch right here, then a block on the back of the observer, a block on the side of the observer. Then we're going to place blocks in this form, kind of like this. We will then go ahead and put a repeater right here, set that to 4 ticks as well. Then we will put a repeater down here set to its default delay. After that, we are going to put not a piece of redstone, we're going to put a repeater right there instead, like this. Then a block up from that repeater. The repeater will run into this block up here, and then a block below that as well. Take away the block in the middle, and then make just a 2x2 platform right here. 3 pieces of redstone, 1 repeater set to 3 ticks. After that, we're going to go and put an observer block right here with another block on its back. After that, we are going to put a block down here. Take away that block, put a redstone dust here. That repeater will power that redstone dust through the block above it, and then we will put a block here, and that will allow the other repeater to be powered. And that should be almost all done. We will put a observer facing this block repeater right there with a block on its back. 2 blocks down like that, redstone dust and a repeater set to its default delay. Then another observer looking at this repeater. We will go ahead and put a block on his back, block up, and then blocks like that. Then you'll put a redstone dust here, a repeater set to its default delay there. And that should be our opening sequence of the middle block all done. So we can go ahead and actually test that out real quick by placing 2 blocks right here, and then powering this piece of redstone right there. So we'll power that. That's the closing. Then if we build up our 3x3 right here, that will be our door, and we'll be able to see the blocks retracted. We should get that middle block moved all the way out. And there it is. That's the hard part all done. All finished. So next, all we have to do is connect up the rest of the pistons to open the rest of the door. We'll start by placing the pistons. Put a block on the back of that one, 2 pistons up. Then we'll do the same to this side by placing blocks like that, 1 more block out, we're going to be sure to go 1 block away from there, so when our pistons extend, they can pull those blocks back and open it. After that, we're going to place blocks up like that, 3 blocks up. Take out the middle block, and that's where our pistons will be, facing down. 1, 2, 3. Take away that. So now we'll power them using this redstone torch. We'll start by putting a block with a repeater coming out of the torch. Run it up into a block. Build a little redstone ladder, something like this. Then we're going to put a half slab right up where that block where it can run up that block. So place 2 blocks on the back of these pistons and a half slab off the top of this one. Take away those 2 blocks. Now we can branch the redstone all the way up there. And that will power those pistons, and it will also bring it up the half slab. And now we can go ahead and carry it all the way up to these pistons. So we'll do that by placing blocks like that, running blocks on the top of the pistons, and 2 blocks off the side of the piston. So there we go. Filled all of that in with redstone. Then we're going to place a piston facing down with a redstone block on its face, a block on the back of this piston with a piece of redstone on top of it. So when that piston's extended, it will power those last 2 pistons. Now that should be everything all wired up. So if we give this a quick test by powering that input right there, we can see everything's all closed. Take it away, and everything opens up. Now we can go ahead and fill in our corners, something like that. And I will be back in just a few seconds after I go ahead and get all of this floored and prettied up. So now that that's done, we are going to go ahead and put a floor on the back side of this, because you have to do it by, you have to replace this block, but the block has to be right there or else this whole contraption won't function. That goes the same for this block right here. They have to be replaced just like that. Doesn't matter what order you do it or anything like that, there just has to be blocks there. You can't take them out or anything like that. There we go. That's the floor. We're going to place our button right here for the inside of this wall. And the way we are going to wire this up, we're going to do it all to a T flip-flop so that we don't have to use a lever. So place a block, run the blocks kind of like this down the observer, and then we're going to go down 1 more like that. Then we're going to extend out this input kind of like this. We'll put a block up with a redstone torch on the face of that block right here. So now that's all powered up. All we have to do is we're going to run a few pieces of redstone up here. Redstone, 2, 3, 1 right here, and then a repeater right there. Next, we're going to build a little platform for our T flip-flop. So place 2 blocks like this, and 1 block connecting there. Next, we're going to put a dropper facing up, like that. A dropper running out of that facing this way, and a dropper facing into the dropper that's pointing up. So this is going to create some kind of loop, especially once we put the hopper right here. We'll totally finish the loop, and now if we put an item in that hopper and take a comparator output from this bottom dropper, you'll see that that is on. And we'll go ahead and put redstone there to deactivate the whole system. And then if we actually go and hit that button right there, that should permanently close our door until we power it again, power that T flip-flop again. So we're going to put the input from this side by placing a button there. Then we are going to locate that button. And the block that that button is on is behind this piece of wood right here. It's right there on that block. So we'll take this block out from under it. Go ahead and fill that back in real quick. Then we will put our circuit blocks right here. We need one on the back of that dropper right there. So go ahead and put it like that, and just one piece of redstone right there will actually complete the whole thing. And that should be everything all done. Push that button and it'll open our door just like that. Push it again and we are closed. That is it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, comment, please do subscribe. It helps me a whole bunch. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Rob's Mind, and I'm out.